Hello, good afternoon. It has been a while since I last did one of these. You really had to take a whole month to get through the money chapter of The Artist's Way. It really took a while to get to understand my relationship with money, because it wasn't really a good relationship. Apparently as a child, your parents, how they talk about money, this is the money story that you tell yourself and that you will tell yourself throughout your life. Everyone has their own personal money stories. For example, someone who grew up in abundance might think that every problem they can solve with money. And someone who grew up with a lack of money might think that money isn't really worth anything, that it's important that you have each other, and also that you might not be deserving of money. And this last example is what I've basically learned growing up. There wasn't a lot of money growing up. I felt like we belonged to some layer of society. You weren't really capable of growing out of this layer of society. And also earning money meant you should give it back to your family, giving back to your community. And also another part of the story I told myself is that the men in my family, they keep their money really close to themselves. They say, don't spend it, or spend it very wisely. My dad wears a shirt for 15 years. So whenever I had to ask for a new shirt, he was like, no, you don't need a new shirt. So to me, money really equaled greediness, scarcity, limitations, having to be creative to live life. This didn't include money. You had to have your creativity. And then in the book, The Artist's Way, this week really was about trying to link those two together again. Creativity equaling money. So moving on from my money story, I realized that I really lived with a sense of scarcity. I really thought that I didn't deserve money if my friends and family didn't have it either. And also that I didn't need money, that you didn't need money to be happy. By the time I started studying, I was given the opportunity to get money from the government, a student loan. I thought, yes, finally, I am deserving of money, and I completely maxed out my student loan. The government first said there was a 0% interest rate, and then years after, they increased the interest rate to like 3%, maybe 4%. And now monthly, my debt is increasing by 75 euros. And I accumulated a debt of 50,000 euros. And this is something I was like, yeah, sure, I will pay it back. And it was pretty normalized in our society. I didn't really take it serious. I was like, yeah, sure, I will never get a house. I didn't really realize the consequences of the student debt. Now, I have to forgive myself for this because it made me realize I would remain small in life, and I don't want that. I want to grow big. I want to live in abundance. But now thinking more seriously about abundance, I do want to have a prosperous life. But with that student debt, I really didn't think I would become prosperous or I would live in abundance. I will take full responsibility and pay back my debt. Building this better relationship with money means also taking accountability. And this is, to me, also part of the building a better relationship with money. Now, coming back to my life as a filmmaker, as a creative who needs to earn money, of course, I had to change my mind around what money really is. Of course, it's paper, it's coins, it's digital currency, but it's also really energy. It's time, it's effort, it's value, it's trust, it's attention, it's intention. It's basically when you give me money, I will return to you the value tenfold. What I add to it is really vision, taste, storytelling ability, emotional intelligence, cultural insight, critical analysis, the ability to translate complex ideas into images, shaping narratives, structure. I have an incredible production background. I handle it with trust and care. I have a drive to make you and also me grow. An exchange of money is also an exchange of trust. You trust me that I will do my job. And also you believe in the value it will add to you. This belief that money is also trust and attention and care really made me feel like I can support my practice even more, and knowing how I can support my practice even more. You know, I want to be a great filmmaker. I mean, I already am a great filmmaker, but I want to be greater. It's not that I want money, it's that money enables the work. My mission needs to be supported by money. Money will sustain my long creative processes. It will allow me to research deeply. It will allow me to collaborate with others. It will allow me to invest in better tools. It will allow me to take risks on personal projects. It will allow me to add value to you too. It will allow me to help my community. It will allow me to help my family. It will allow me to grow personally, collectively, and we should live in abundance. I should live in abundance, and I will live in abundance. You know, there are people watching right now who are my family and friends, and I just want to say I'm so thankful for you guys for supporting me, and I want to let you know that this really helped me change my mind, because I wanted to work really hard to make it work, but I really didn't know how to. I really didn't know what kind of value I really add. I just wanted to work hard and see what it comes out of that. But now, having a better view on what money really is really makes me even more exciting to live in abundance and to make it work for you guys too. By the way, I have 2 things to say. One of them, my website is finished. It's finished, guys. You should really check it out. Just go to KillianWise.com. It shows a lot of work that I'm really proud of. That's an incredible achievement that I'm really proud of. The second thing I want to say is that tomorrow is my birthday. I'm turning 32. In numerology, 3 + 2 is 5, and 5 is my favorite number since ever I can remember. It resembles transformation, and I'm really excited to see what's gonna be there. We're just continuing out its way. We're gonna do so many great things. You can leave a comment, let me know what your money story is. I'm really excited to, you know, talk about this, and thanks for sticking around. Really, thanks guys for watching, and I see you later.